I'm not saying I've gotten cynical. I'm just saying that the older I get,
the more cynical I get.
Viva Frei, Montreal litigator turned YouTuber, and this is Winston. I've taken him in the car because I just don't trust him alone in the house. About 15 minutes ago, when I was playing Super Mario Bros. 3, I read a headline in Fox News that the impeachment expert who testified during Trump's impeachment, the one who made a joke at Baron Trump's expense, has been appointed to Biden's Department of Justice. For those of you who may not remember, one of the two constitutional experts who testified for the impeachment of Donald Trump was Pamela Karlan. The other one was Noah Feldman. Well, it seems that Pamela Karlan just got appointed to Joe Biden's Department of Justice in the Civil Rights Division. From Fox News, law professor who made Baron Trump joke during Ukraine impeachment hearing gets Biden DOJ gig. Pamela Karlan will serve a key role in the DOJ's civil division. Now, while Fox News and other media outlets are focusing on and rehashing that Baron Trump joke, I remembered something else about Pamela Karlan that we're going to get into. But before we even get there, in researching for this vlog, I found out something else that was very interesting. Pamela Karlan was actually sitting on Facebook's oversight board. From the Washington Times, Pamela Karlan, Facebook oversight board member, quits to join Biden administration. A founding member of Facebook's oversight board responsible for impartially adjudicating enforcement and government issues has quit the board to join the Biden administration. Pamela Karlan, who testified for the impeachment of Donald Trump, was actually on Facebook's oversight committee, which was apparently responsible for impartially adjudicating enforcement and government issues, the same Facebook that met with activists leading up to the 2020 election to decide what information online should be declared disinformation and censored.
I'm too old for this shit.
I didn't know that fact until looking into this vlog, and I find that fact to be somewhat more shocking than the joke she made about Baron Trump. And for those of you who may have forgotten about her joke about Baron Trump and her totally disingenuous apology for that joke, let me just play you those two clips right now.
Give you one example that shows you the difference between him and a king, which is the Constitution says there can be no titles of nobility. So while the president can name his son Baron, he can't make him a baron. I want to apologize for what I said earlier about the president's son. It was wrong of me to do that.
I wish the president would apologize, obviously, for the things that he's done that's wrong.
But I do regret having said that.
I don't care what you say, this is as disingenuous an apology as you can ever get. When people apologize and in their own apology for their own wrongdoing try to implicate others and their alleged wrongdoing, it is a disingenuous apology.
I'm sorry about how badly I reacted to your many errors. That's as good as it's gonna get, isn't it?
Now, I may be in the minority on this, but I didn't really get shocked at the joke she made about Baron Trump. I thought it was a silly joke. I thought it was out of place. I actually didn't find it funny at all, but I thought it was the type of joke that smart people without a sense of humor tend to make. Or in fairness, I should say smart people with a bad sense of humor. It just wasn't a funny joke, but I didn't find it quite as shocking as other people did. What I found more shocking were comments she made a few years earlier in 2017 that illustrated such disdain for Donald Trump that when she was in Washington, she actually had to cross the street in order to not be in front of his hotel. And for those of you who may not know what the ACS is, it is the American Constitution Society, and in 2017 they had a national convention plenary during which Pamela Karlan said the following.
So I was struck, I came in from the airport yesterday and I got off the bus from Dulles down at L'Enfant Plaza and I walked up to the hotel, and as I was walking past what used to be the old post office building and is now the Trump Hotel, which I had to cross the street, of course. Are
you staying there?
God, no. Never.
That's right. Pamela Karlan has such loathsome disgust for Donald Trump that she actually had to cross the street to avoid the aura of his hotel. I know there are some people out there who are going to agree with her. I know there are going to be some people out there who are going to vehemently disagree with her. But one thing I think we can all agree on is that this shows a gross amount of bias. This shows such a gross amount of disdain that one would not expect any form of objectivity from such a person espousing these beliefs. And yet this person was not only on the oversight committee of Facebook, she became a constitutional expert in the impeachment of Donald Trump, and now she is on Joe Biden's Department of Justice team. And for any of you who might not be able to fully appreciate what could potentially be problematic about that, let me just read you an excerpt from the Department of Justice website. Our mission statement: to enforce the law and defend the interests of the United States according to the law, to ensure public safety against threats, foreign and domestic, to provide federal leadership in preventing and controlling crime, to seek just punishment for those guilty of unlawful behavior, and to ensure fair and impartial administration of justice for all Americans. Pamela Karlan may be totally qualified for this position, and I have no doubt that she is, in fact, totally qualified. It's not going to be her qualifications that are going to be at issue. It's going to be the appearance of fairness and impartiality. Can anyone on a certain side of the political spectrum expect any sort of fairness or impartiality from someone who has admitted being so disgusted by Donald Trump that she had to cross the street to avoid his hotel? Setting aside what role she might have had in making decisions while on the oversight committee of Facebook, going forward, is anyone going to look at the Department of Justice and see anything less than a politicized Department of Justice? I am asking a question, but I don't have an answer because I think any answer to this question is going to be fundamentally subjective. But the question is going to be, is a reasonable person looking at this Department of Justice going to expect fairness and impartiality regardless of political persuasion? That will be a decision for every individual to make for themselves. All that I know is the reflex that I had upon reading this news, a reflex that was only heightened by the additional news that I learned that I wasn't already aware of. And to bring out the old cliche, which I happen to have put on a shirt, politics ruins everything, and a politicized Department of Justice will be no Department of Justice at all. Alright, and with that said, if you like my videos, you like my content, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop a comment in the comment section below because it feeds the algorithm.
Suggestion noted.
If you want to support the channel, all of the support links are in the pinned comment. We've got PayPal, Patreon, subscribe to our YouTube membership. Robert Barnes and I do weekly live streams, and we have a page on Locals. It is called vivabarneslaw.locals.com. All of my content is also on Rumble, but more important than that, take care of yourselves, check in on friends and family, get outside, get some fresh air, sunlight, exercise, and now you know your vlog. Peace out. Booyah.